very good morning to all of you. In this class, I am going to start with another important topic of chapter sexual reproduction in flowering plant, and the topic is double fertilization. Double fertilization. In the double fertilization, the two-time fertilization takes place in angiosperm flower, in the flower of plant. So, how the double fertilization takes place, or actually, why? Another point is why double fertilization takes place in a plant. So, during the formation of embryo or formation of complete seed, the two-time fertilization, because in the pollen grain two sperms are present, one sperm fuses with the egg and another one fuses with the polar nuclei, or that sperm which fuse with the egg convert after the fertilization convert into the embryo, zygote, then embryo, and the second sperm which fuse with the polar nuclei, they form the endosperm. Simply, two-time of fertilization takes place in the pollen grain, in the embryo section. So here is pollen grain. Pollen grain, or this pollen grain this one is germ pore, or here is pollen grain. Pollen grain. Inside the pollen grain, two type of cells are present: generative cell and vegetative cell. Generative cell undergoes in division to form two sperm inside the pollen grain. So here is now, this one is germ pore. When the pollen grain reaches onto the stigma, pollen pistil interaction takes place. After the pollen pistil interaction, the germination of pollen grain happen to form pollen tube. In 40% of the pollen grain, the formation of two sperm from generative cell takes place inside the pollen grain, but in other plant the formation of two gametes, rest 60%, in the 60% the formation of two gametes takes place within a pollen tube after the pollen grain reaches on to the stigma of a flower. They develop pollen grain, or due to the interaction in between pollen and pistil, there is germination of pollen grain. After the germination of pollen grain, that means the pollen tube arises from the pollen grain that carry the overall they carry or division of generative cell inside the pollen tube to form two sperm in the pollen tube, or the pollen tube transfer their gamete into the embryo cell. Now, inside the embryo cell, as we know, the embryo sac of angiosperm, most of the angiosperm consist of seven cell, 8 nucleated structure, in which two nucleus are situated in the middle, and they formed by the two synergid cells. Here is synergids, filiform apparatus, filiform apparatus or filiform apparatus, and these are the antipodal cells. Antipodal, three antipodals, two nucleus present. Two nuclei present into the central cell. Polar nuclei, or in the center here is egg. So this is the structure of embryo cell present inside the ovary of a flower. Now, when pollen grain reaches at the chiasal end, or sorry, at the micropylar end, through the micropyle, the entry of pollen tube takes place. They release the sperm inside the embryo cell. One sperm fuses with egg, and the another one sperm fuses with the polar nuclei. So overall, in the two fertilization, first fertilization happened in between the gamete, egg and sperm, So that is converted into the zygote, further converted into the embryo. Now the second fertilization, because this is the first fertilization. So overall, in the first fertilization, the egg and sperm fuse to form zygote or embryo. In the second fertilization, polar nuclei plus sperm, because from the pollen tube or each pollen grain have two sperm, or pollen tube have two sperm. So during the germination of one pollen tube, they carry two sperm. One fuses with the egg and another fuses with the polar nuclei, or that is the sperm which fuse with the polar nuclei converted into the endosperm. If we talk about the ploidy of the zygote or the ploidy of, because here is and the one nucleus of egg and the second nucleus of sperm fuse to form two nucleus. That is, the ploidy is diploid. Whereas in the polar nuclei, because the two two nucleus are present in the central cell, which is known as polar nuclei, and the one nucleus of sperm. Thus they fuse to form the 3N, triploid. That means the ploidy of endosperm will be triploid. Due to the fusion in between the polar nuclei, two nucleus of polar nuclei and one nucleus of sperm, or eventually they result in the primary endosperm cell. After the fertilization, all the cells, accessory cells which support the fertilization, like synergic cell and the antipodal cell, all are degenerated. After degeneration, these cells converted into the zygote and the embryo, because they support only antipodal and synergic both support the fertilization. Synergic guide the sperm to the polar nuclei, that the two sperm, either of the two sperm get fused with the egg and another one with the polar nuclei, or the antipodal also support the fertilization. They also guide or provide nutrient for the fertilization or support the fertilization. After the fertilization, all these cells are degenerated except the polar nuclei, because they are converted into the primary endosperm cell or primary endosperm nuclei, or after the fusion these convert into the endosperm finally, or that zygote convert into the embryo after the development. But the two process is known by the other name. These are the syngamy and the triple fusion. Syngamy and triple fusion. The two terms generally used in the double fertilization, that means syngamy, and the second one is triple fusion. Triple fusion, syngamy and triple fusion. The synergists actually what is syngamy and triple fusion? During the formation of the zygote and the formation of endosperm, both collectively happen in double fertilization, or in the syngamy is the fusion of gametes only. Fusion of gametes. That means fusion of sperm plus egg. And the triple fusion is the fusion of three nucleus. Fusion of three nucleus. That means fusion of sperm one and the polar nuclei. Polar nuclei. Now one N of sperm, two nucleus of polar nuclei. There is one nucleus of sperm and one nucleus of egg. That convert into the zygote, or if we talk about the result of triple fusion and polar nuclei, so the result of triple fusion and polar nuclei is simply the result of syngamy is zygote and the result of triple fusion is endosperm. Now, how the formation of endosperm, primary endosperm, PEN, or what is PEC? The two terms generally used in the book of NCERT. So, PEN and PEC. PEN is primary endosperm nucleus. Primary endosperm nucleus. Primary endosperm nucleus, that means just after the triple fusion, the endosperm is known as primary endosperm nucleus, and the PEC is simply primary endosperm cell. Primary endosperm cell. Primary endosperm cell. So what is PEN and PEC? PEN is primary endosperm nucleus and PEC is primary endosperm cell. Now just after the fusion of three nucleus, the triploid nucleus is known as primary endosperm nucleus, and the cell which contains this nucleus is known as primary endosperm cell. Then after multiple division, that endosperm will be multicellular, as in case of coconut, or there are two portions in a coconut: white kernel, or in the center coconut water. So now Primary endosperm nucleus is just after the fusion of two nucleus. Three nuclei. After fusion of three nuclei, or the primary endosperm cell is a cell contain triploid nucleus. Triploid nucleus. As in case of coconut water, coconut water is an endosperm, or the white kernel is also form of endosperm. These are the white kernel and two coconut water is endosperm. White kernel now the white kernel is a part of the cellular endosperm. Cellular endosperm. Whereas the coconut water is simply a free nuclear endosperm. Free nuclear endosperm. Free nuclear endosperm. So these are the part of the endosperm. The white kernel is formed by the cellular endosperm, and the watery part of the coconut is also formed by the endosperm. The formation of these free nuclear endosperm occur when the several housing of the karyokinesis takes place, but karyokinesis is not followed by the cytokinesis. So that is the process by which the free nuclear endosperm or watery part of the coconut endosperm form. So, but if the karyokinesis is followed by cytokinesis, that is result into the white kernel. So overall, the white part that surround the coconut water is actually endosperm, but endosperm is a cellular endosperm where cytokinesis is followed by karyokinesis is followed by the cytokinesis. If the cytokinesis is not karyokinesis is not followed by the cytokinesis, that result into the free nuclear endosperm, or that makes a coconut water. So overall, these are about some points of the endosperm. Now let us discuss about the another important point of the another important topic of the chapter, sexual reproduction in flowering plant, and the topic is the embryo development. Embryo development is a short topic embryo development. Embryo development takes place after the double fertilization takes place after the fertilization. Here is the formation of zygote inside the embryo sac. The synergic cell, three synergic cell become degenerated after the double fertilization, and the polar nuclei converted into the endosperm cell, and here is zygote. Here is endosperm. This one one, after the fusion with the sperm, the egg is converted into zygote and diploid. Then zygote undergoes in differentiation to form the globular-like structure. Here is suspensor. Globular globular structure of embryo. Globular structure of embryo. The globular structure of embryo converted into the heart-shaped embryo. Heart-shaped embryo. So this is the heart-shaped embryo. Heart-shaped embryo. Then heart-shaped embryo converted into the mature embryo. Radical, remule, cotyledons. Dicot embryo. So in the development of embryo, first the zygote, after the embryo development, or actually during the embryo development or after the double fertilization, all the cells, synergic cell, antipodal cells, these are degenerated. Whether the polar nuclei is converted into the endosperm, primary endosperm cell, or the zygote is converted into or undergoes in proliferation and differentiation to form a mature embryo. So during the formation of developed mature embryo of dicot plant, the zygote undergoes several division multiplication to form a multicellular embryo. But during this time also, before the formation of zygote, still the endosperm dividing to form enough endosperm for providing nourishment or nutrition to the developing embryo. Or overall, in the formation of during the formation of mature embryo inside the seed, all the nourishment in the form of endosperm utilized during the formation of two cotyledons. So overall, inside the seed, there is no rest of endosperm exists after the development of mature embryo. Only the cotyledons are present. In the formation of the embryo, the globular structure differentiated to form the multicellular structure to form a embryo, mature dicot embryo, which has different structure like radical, cotyledons, hypocotyl, remule. So these are the some important parts which are present in the embryo. They must have the two cotyledons in the embryo, because all the endosperm utilized, they don't have such nutrients which are used generally during the development of embryo. So here is the overall about the development of embryo and double fertilization. I hope you like this video. Development of embryo is quite short. So there is some structure which undergoes in the formation and the development. First, the zygote undergoes in differentiation to form and proliferation to form globular structure. Then after heart-shaped structure also appear, and heart structure undergoes in differentiation to form a plumule, cotyledon, hypocotyle plumules. These are the hypocotyle. These are the some structure present in the mature embryo. Like in monocotyledonous embryo, there is only formation of one cotyledon in the form of scutellum. So here is the overall about. I hope you like this video. Keep listening and watching me, and thank you for listening and watching.